Gwe ak Ipjaladi. Hello and welcome to the beautiful Pictou County Wellness Center here in Pictou County, Nova Scotia. My name is Michael Petter. This is Petter Sports and Streaming Services on AOTV. And this morning we have for you Nova Scotia Under-15 Major Hockey League action between the visiting John Jim Cougars and the hometown Wherewell Bombers. We begin by acknowledging that the Pictou County Wellness Center, the entirety of Pictou County, and for that matter, the entire region covered by the Nova Scotia Under-15 Major Hockey League, all lie within the ancestral, unceded territory of Mi'kma'ki. We also begin today by acknowledging the passing of the general manager of the Emera Center, Corey Keeping. He passed away on Friday. The John Jim Cougars put out a tribute on Twitter yesterday. With heavy hearts, our organization would like to pass on our condolences to Corey Keeping's family. Corey was a natural manager. His best quality was his smile and communication skills. Truly a wonderful guy. He could not do enough for our team. We all pray for his family. And I certainly, although I never met Corey, would like to extend my condolences to his family, friends, and all of the people that he supported through his work at the Emera Center. From all reports that I've heard, a talented musician and a fantastic, fantastic human being. And we again extend our condolences to Corey, his family, and friends. Taking a look at today's game, both of these teams coming off of victories yesterday, both coming off of victories by way of a shutout, as the Bombers were down in the Valley and were able to take out the Valley Wildcats by a score of 3-0. The Cougars were over in East Hants and they beat the Rangers by a score of 4-0. So both of these teams with solid defensive efforts yesterday. One of those defenses will have to break at some point today. The question becomes, whose will it be? For the Cougars, after that victory, that gives them 5 wins in a row in league play, with victories over the Wildcats, the Storm, the Whalers twice, and the Rangers since November 13th. That's the last, or November 12th would be the last time they lost a game in league play. That was a 6-5 decision to the Bedford Bandits. 5 wins in a row for the Cougars since that game. So they are coming in on quite a hot streak. For the Wherewell Bombers, we mentioned their victory yesterday. That puts their win streak at 1 in a row. After they suffered back-to-back shutout losses to the New Scotland Storm in their last 2 games out prior to today. Now, we should mention that this is league play. We don't have access to any tournaments or anything of the like, so that if there are games that have been played, exhibitions or tournaments or whatever, we don't have access to those, but we can tell you the Bombers' last 3 games and 4 of their last 6 have ended in shutouts one way or the other. The Bombers winning yesterday down at the Kings Mutual Century Centre in Berwick by a score of 3-0 after those back-to-back shutout losses to the New Scotland Storm. And also in there was a shutout loss to the Gulls. So the Bombers looking to put together back-to-back wins for the first time since October 30th and November 5th. The first of those 2 was a victory over these John Jim Cougars at the Emera Center back on October 30th, and they followed that up with a 5-4 victory over the Bedford Bandits. They have not been able to put together back-to-back wins since then. Those were actually the last 2 of a 4-game winning streak that the Bombers had in late October and early November. And as we look back a little bit further, that was indeed the only previous meeting between the Cougars and the Bombers. They will have one more regular season meeting. That'll come up January 22nd, again up at the Emera Center. As we look at the standings, we see that the Cougars currently sit in 6th place in the Nova Scotia U15Major Hockey League. Again, a big part of that is their 5-game winning streak that they're on right now. They have 8 regulation wins, no wins in overtime or shootout. If they go to extra time, they are 0-3 on the season. They also have 7 losses in regulation. That gives them 27 points on the year. It should be pointed out for those not familiar, the format is now is like the double IHF. Every game is worth 3 points. If you win in regulation, you get 3, and the losing team gets 0. If you win in overtime or a shootout, you get 2, and the losing team gets 1. So the Cougars 8-0-3-1 when you put it together, 3-2-1-0 for the value of points. So 8 wins for 3 points, no 2-point wins, 3 1-point losses, and 7 0-point losses. For the Bombers, their record is 6-1-0-11. So 6-11 in games that have finished in regulation, and 1 shootout victory in the one game that they played that went beyond regulation time. That puts the Bombers in 9th place out of the 12-team Nova Scotia Under-15 Major Hockey League. And we knew coming in that this was going to be a bit of a rebuilding year for the Bombers. They only had 2 returning players, and 1 player who spent a little bit of time with the team as an AP from last season in this year's lineup. So we knew it was going to be a bit of a learning curve. There was going to be a bit of a transition for this team to understand the game at this particular level. There's always a bit of a transition, a bit of a learning curve anytime a player moves up to a new level, and that is certainly what we have seen from these Bombers so far this season. They have improved. They still have a ways to go, certainly, but as head coach John Sims says, if they keep getting a little bit better every game, they'll get to where they want to be. It's just going to take a little bit of time. So the Cougars sit in 6th. The Bombers currently sit in 9th. The Bombers' biggest issue so far this season has been their offense. They have averaged just a little over 2 goals a game, a little less than 2 1/3 goals per game. That puts them 10th in the league in scoring. The Novas are a little bit behind them. The Hurricanes are just 1 goal behind them. The Novas, I should point out, have scored 7 less goals, but they've played 2 fewer games. So looking at goals per game, the Bombers are about 0.2 of a goal ahead of the Novas. They are 1 goal ahead of the Hurricanes. They've both played 18 games. For the Cougars, they are averaging 4 goals scored per game. They are dead on 4 goals a game, having played 18 games and scored 72 goals. They're giving up just a little less than 4 goals a game, having given up 69 goals. The Bombers have given up 67 goals in 18 games. So the Bombers defensively have given up fewer goals than the Cougars in the same number of games, the difference being the Cougars are +3 because they're scoring 4 goals a night, whereas the Bombers are overall -26 with the offensive struggles that they have had. This is not official, but I believe today's goaltenders are Caden Mullins, who comes in with a record of 4-4, a 4.12 goals against average, and an .844 save percentage for the John L. Jim Cougars. And for the Wherewell Bombers, I believe it is Chris Walker who gets the start today. He comes in with a 4-4 record as well, a 3.49 goals against average, and an .878 save percentage. Cougars in their white jerseys with the red, gold, and blue highlights. The red arms, the gold and blue in the logo as well. Blue numbers on the back. And as we take a look, we see that it is indeed Mullins out there as the starting goaltender, and we'll try and get you the rest of the starters in a moment. The Bombers in their home black jerseys with the silver and white trim, and they will defend the net to your broadcast right for the first and third periods. And it is indeed Chris Walker who does get the start. So I got that part right at least on a Sunday morning. And we'll run you through the rest of the starting lineups here in just a moment as well after the pregame introductions. So looking at the starters for the Cougars, it's going to be Jax Ganesh, and if I'm mispronouncing that name, I do apologize. Brody Dawson, Cohen McIsaac, Mitchell Gould, and Nicholas Lawrence as the starting five in front of Caden Mullins. And for the Bombers, it will be Joshua Anderson and Carter Anderson on the back end, Callum Green, Tanner Hayden, and Joshua Campbell starting up front for the Warewell Bombers. As we get ready to go, the face-off, or I misspoke on one of the players there. It is Tucker Sinclair who's out there starting, I believe, instead of Cohen McIsaac. And we are underway here at the Pictou County Wellness Center. Puck is played deep into the Bombers, or into the Cougar zone right off the bat. Working it down towards the corner. Going in after it there is Lawrence. He tries to get it behind the net. It's intercepted by Hayden. He gets it out towards the front. Shot ends up going wide. Now played back to the line. Joshua Anderson with the shot. That misses the net. Comes off the end boards. And McLeod able to hack at it, and he'll get it down the length of the ice. That'll be an icing call against the Cougars here. Just 31 seconds gone in the opening period. Face-off will come all the way down deep into the John L. Jim Cougars zone. Face-off will feature Evan McIntosh of the Bombers taking on Madden Gillis of the Cougars. Gillis able to win the draw, then goes over into the corner, picks up the puck himself. He'll take it out from behind the net, plays it to Walker. Walker will get it ahead down the length of the ice, and that will be another icing against the Cougars here with 46 seconds gone in the opening period. We do like to try and be a little bit interactive here on Petter Sports and Streaming Services, so if you want to share your thoughts, send us a message either through Twitter at Petter, P-E-T-T-E-R, P-C _sports. That's P-E-T-T-E-R, P-C _sports. On Twitter or on Facebook, go to Petter Sports and Streaming Services. That's Facebook.com, and then search Petter Sports and Streaming, or sorry, just Petter Sports and Streaming is the name of the page on Facebook. And send us a message. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're cheering for, if you got a particular favorite player, whatever the case may be. And if you know people who are watching over on the John L. Jim Cougars Facebook, then you'll notice that the camera angle is almost identical, as their streamer is about 8 feet to my left. With the puck, it is Basque Christmas. He's able to play it ahead. And carrying forward now is Ford. Should mention that's Brody Ford, as there are two players with the Ford surname. I tried to link to the... I did get a link to the Toronto Gym Cougars Facebook listed in my... So... Yeah. All right. And the puck played ahead to O'Neill. He'll get it as far as the line. And now the Cougars turn it back up the other way. Belotis tried to get it up to O'Neill again, but that gets broken up, and now the Cougars coming back. Dawson for McLeod. His shot is blocked. Lawrence trying to get it back down into the corner. He does, picked up there by Dawson. Dawson tried to play it up the wall intended for Lawrence. Doesn't quite get it all the way to him, but Sinclair will send it back down to Dawson. Dawson looking to get it to Sinclair. It misses him, but comes back to the point. Shot from the line by Guinish. And again, if I am mispronouncing any names, please do let me know either through Twitter or on Facebook. Again, facebook.com, search for Petter Sports and Streaming with the ampersand instead of the word and. And through Twitter, it's just at Petter PC_sports is the Twitter handle. Off the draw, Campbell kicks the puck back. It ends up hitting a skate. Campbell gets it back again, plays it towards the area right in front of his bench, then sends it back to Anderson, who plays it across to Anderson. That's Joshua and Carter. Puck sent back deep. Carter Anderson will pick it up. He'll play it around to Joshua Anderson. Joshua carrying it ahead, working up the left wing boards, but ends up losing it at center. Picked up there now by Walker. Walker comes in, gets a shot away. The save made by Thorne, or by Walker, excuse me. It's Walker in the net, not Thorne. Another shot, that one off the stick of Walker. It goes off the side of the net. Now played back to the line. Shot from the point by Suds that gets through, and they score! At 3:17 of the first period, the Cougars are able to find the mark. The shot from the point by Suds, I believe it didn't quite get all the way through, and so somebody picked it up. And of course, I just looked down for a second to confirm that I got a name right. Now we've got, they're going to get the puck over for him as, okay, it mustn't have been Suds who scored then, because his fourth goal, 10th point of the season, if it was his. So Suds will get an assist. We'll wait and see who got. We'll get the goal for you here in a moment. Trying to spring a player there, but that pass gets knocked down. And bringing it in was Suds. Now puck sent back down below the goal line, picked up there by McKenzie. Plays it around to the far side. Nice little poke there by Hayden to get it out to center. But it's sent back the other way from the Cougar blue line. Backing up with it now, MacArthur. He plays it across. And in comes McCauley. Dawson McCauley sets it back to Hayden. Gives back to McCauley again. McCauley with a shot. Save made. And the rebound will be cleared away by Suds. Suds plays it over to Basque Christmas. Up as far as the line. Held in there by Wyatt McDonald. His shot is blocked. And Gould will get it ahead. Long lead pass. But before he could get a shot away, McDonald ends up knocking it off the stick of, I believe that was Brody Ford. And we'll get the stoppage as McDonald put the puck right in onto. Okay, so it was Madden Gillis getting the goal, assisted by Gavin Suds. And for Gillis, that is his first goal and 8th point on the season. So Gillis, first goal, 8th point, assisted by Suds at 3:17. Okay. Oh, sorry, folks. My camera needs a new locking pin for when it's for the tilt, and when I got one hand on my microphone, one hand on my pen to try and write down the stats so that I've got them accurate as I continue to go through the game, that means I have to take one hand off the camera. And unless I am able to grow a third arm at some point. If anybody knows anything about the technology required to do that, let me know. I kid, of course. Gould with the puck behind his own net, or behind the Bombers' net, excuse me. Knocked away by Lewis. Gould ends up getting it back. He'll skate it up, now gives it back to the line to Lawrence. Lawrence gets a shot through, looking for a deflection there from, I believe, that was McLeod. I notice a lot of these Bombers, their backs of their jerseys kind of end up tucking in a little bit into the top of the pants, and so it makes some of the numbers a little bit hard to read. We'll do the best we can here with what we got. Here's Guinish going back to pick up the puck. He'll play it ahead. Trying to work his way into the zone was McLeod, but it's knocked away from him by Green. Callum Green gets it back deep into the Cougar zone as we've played just over 6 minutes here of the opening period. 1-0 for the John L. Jim Cougars. That one played towards the front of the net. Lawrence deflects it down into the corner, plays it off the glass to the line. Joshua Anderson not able to hold it onside, and Dawson will come with it. Here comes Dawson cutting to the outside. Throws it to the front of the net. There's a great chance for McLeod. And I don't know if that went off the post or if that was a brilliant save by Walker, but either way, a glorious chance for the Cougars to double up their lead early. And not quite able to get it to go. Either a brilliant save by Walker or possibly went off the post. I think it was Walker himself who prevented that one from going in. Played back to the line now for Ford. That being Carter Ford. He can't control it, and now Green coming down. He's got a man coming up with him. That is Cohen. But Green not able to hang on to the puck, and the Cougars will get it out to center. In across the line with it is Dawson. Dawson cuts to the outside, taken into the corner there by Max McKinnon. McKinnon able to force a turnover, gets the pass ahead. Now a long lead pass intended for Hayden, but it's too far for him, and it's going to result in an icing against the Bombers. With 7:53 left to go here in the first period, 1-0 the score in favor of the John L. Jim Cougars. Again, if you're not familiar with the Nova Scotia Under-15 Major Hockey League, it is 2 15-minute periods separated by just a quick couple minutes for a change of ends, and then we have a full flood and intermission, and then a 20-minute third period. As well, this is the first of 4 games today on Petter Sports and Streaming Services through AOTV at noon. Yes, this game won't be over yet. We have another crew over at Hector Arena. Unfortunately, we don't have another play-by-play person available today, so it will be video only. And so at noon at Hector Arena, we'll have the Northern Subway Selects of the Maritime Major Female Hockey League taking on the Western Flames out of the Western New Brunswick region. That'll be at noon, coming to you from Hector Arena. At 1 o'clock, back here, pretty much immediately following this game, we'll have the week's majors taking on the Cole Harbour Pro Hockey Life Wolfpack in Nova Scotia Under-18 Major Hockey League action. And I will be here for that one, obviously, since I'm already here in the building. And then at 5:30 tonight, we'll have our first Nova Scotia Under-16 AAA Hockey League game, as the Fundy Thunder will be hosting the Voyagers out of Dartmouth. And we're going to get our first penalty of this game. It's going to be a holding call going against Dawson McCauley. And so the Cougars, who are already ahead 1-0, get the first power play of the game here at 8:18 of the first period. And we can tell you that the Cougars on the power play so far this season have scored 10, 12, 14, 15 power play goals in 18 games. Unfortunately, we cannot give you exact percentages, as it would just take... The website does not do that for us, unfortunately, and it would take me just a little bit too long to do that prep work prior to every game, keeping track of every team's power play and penalty kills, and I just unfortunately don't have the kind of time to do that, but I can tell you they've scored 15 power play goals so far this season in 18 games. We cannot tell you how many power play goals the Bombers have given up, but we can tell you that when they are shorthanded, they have scored a grand total of 1 shorthanded goal. That was Tanner Hayden who scored that. There's a shot, save made by Walker, and he'll hang on for a face-off with 1:17 left to go in the penalty taken by Dawson McCauley for holding. Face-off will be to the left of Walker. In to take the draw for the Cougars is Cohen McIsaac, but it's won by Xavier MacArthur. Fired around the boards, and it does get out to center. Now here's a race for the puck. It looks like Green's going to get to it first. Callum Green does get there, but isn't able to get control of the puck. And now the Cougars come out. Here's Gould with it. Gould working his way up the right wing. Gould has it knocked off his stick by MacArthur, and MacArthur able to send it back down the length of the ice again. Basque Christmas will go back and get it, as it's left set there for him by Mullins. Basque Christmas plays it ahead. That pass misses his intended target, and that will allow Grady Cohen to send it down the length of the ice again. 38 seconds left to go in the power play. Here's Gould picking up. Gould able to get it over to McIsaac, but McIsaac had a little bit of trouble getting that puck to sit for him, and so it's going to be an offside with 29 seconds left to go in the man advantage for the Cougars. 5:11 remaining here in the opening period. We mentioned both of these teams with shutout victories yesterday. As the game goes on, we'll talk a little bit more about some of the other games from yesterday. Sorry, my computer just decided to go start acting squirrely on me. Puck is cleared out of the zone. Guinish back to get it. He'll play it across to Lawrence. Lawrence gets it ahead, and now the Bombers intercept again, launch it down the length of the ice. It goes right in onto Mullins, who sets it up there as the penalty comes to an end. So the Bombers with a kill on special teams to get things started. Here's McIsaac bringing the puck in across the line. Takes a shot. Walker gets a piece of that one to deflect it wide. Out from behind the net. Trying to get it out was McLeod. Now into the far corner. Walker. He can't get the puck under control. It ends up on the stick of O'Neill. He tries to poke it ahead for Joshua Anderson. That doesn't connect. Now McIntosh trying to work his way forward. He can't get very far. And the puck will end up back on the stick of Joshua Anderson at his own blue line. He'll play it across to Carter Anderson. Back to Joshua. Ahead to Campbell as the Bombers got away with too many men there. Very clearly there were 7 guys on the ice, and one of the guys who just came on touched the puck. Bombers get away with too many men on the ice. Here's Joshua Anderson with it now. Plays it around to the far side for Grady Cohen. Cohen met immediately by Madden Gillis. Gillis ties up a couple of players along the corner there. Puck is worked free, and the Cougars will come out with it. Turning and firing there was McLeod, and another nice save made by Walker. Now Sudds will step up from the line, come in and pick up the loose puck. Takes a bump, ends up losing control of it. Puck still loose. Now it'll come to O'Neill. O'Neill gets the pass ahead for Campbell. Campbell throws it towards the net. It hits the side of the net and gets picked up there by Brady Ford. And the Cougars, come back out, working his way forward there. I believe that was Sinclair. His pass heads back towards the line. Basque Christmas can't quite get to it. Now Basque Christmas gets it at center ice. Looking to bring it back into the zone. He plays it across there for Bresson. Bresson can't get a shot away. Gets the puck back. Does fire a shot. That goes wide. 2:45 left to go here. First period. Out in front. What a save by Walker, and then a second one. Beautiful pass across to the back door, but Walker gets there in time to get the pad in front of that shot. Now Basque Christmas stepping in, gets a shot away. Another save by Walker, and he'll hang on for a face-off. 2:28 left to go here in the first period. Only 1-0 for the Cougars, and I say only because if not for Chris Walker, it would be at least 2 after that. Beautiful opportunity for the Cougars that ended up coming up just short. Face-off will be in the Bomber zone. Bombers tried to make a late change and get told that they can't, so Lewis has to come back out onto the ice. McCauley back to the bench. And Hayden will come in to take the draw against Sinclair. Puck played as far as the line. Lawrence will send it back in deep, goes around to the far corner. McLeod will pick up there, sends it back down to the corner. Puck ends up loose and chase forward at the near side. McLeod gets to it, but it ends up on the stick of MacArthur. He gets it across to the far side for Hayden. Hayden working around to the outside, tries to get it towards the front, intended for MacArthur, doesn't get through. Now we're going to have a penalty coming up against the Bombers again. Interference is the indication with 2 minutes left to go in the first period. And it looks like it's going to be Xavier MacArthur who goes off for the interference call. 1:59 actually left in the period, so the Bombers get a slight reprieve. Oop. There I go trying to write something down, and my camera develops a mind of its own. Interference the call with 1:59 left to go, first period. Second power play of the afternoon, of the morning still, for the Bombers, or for the Cougars, excuse me. It's still early, folks. Bear with me. Puck played around the boards by Walker, comes all the way to the far side for McIsaac. McIsaac steps away from the wall, but then loses control of the puck, and Callum Green able to send it down the length of the ice. Picked up by Gould. Takes it in front of his own net, being watched by Green. Gould able to get a step. Here comes Gould working with some speed down the left wing. Fires a shot. That comes off the end glass. Basque Christmas holds it onside. Gets a little bit of help there from McLeod, who plays it back to Walker. Walker not able to keep it onside, though. And it's dumped in where Carter Anderson will pick up in his own zone. Kill off a few extra seconds. Now he'll play it ahead to Green, and Green will get it out to McCauley, and McCauley coming in one-on-one. McCauley does get a shot away. Kick save made by Mullins. Down to the final 49 seconds of the period. Here comes Brody Ford cutting to the middle of the ice. Ford has to take it all the way to the far side, turns back towards the blue line, now plays it over to Suds, back to Ford. Ford's shot is blocked. Ford with another chance. That ends up on the glass and comes all the way around and out to center. 33 seconds left to go. Carter Ford now plays it across to the far side. Picked up there by Suds. Suds works his way in down towards the corner. Now turns, gets it to the front of the net, but that goes off of the stick of, I believe that was Dawson. Again, a few of these Cougars jerseys, they end up inadvertently tucking in at the back, so the numbers are harder to read. And the numbers on the sleeves are just about impossible because it's a dark blue on a dark red. That'll do it for the first period. Still 1 second left in the penalty. Shots on goal in that first period, 13-3 in favor of the John Jim Cougars. But they are only able to get one past the goaltender, Chris Walker. And so we'll get the second period going here in just a moment with the Bombers leading it, the Cougars leading it 1-0. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry, folks. Quick reminder that the game between the Selects and the Western Flames will be starting in about 25 minutes. Over from Hector Arena, and again, that game will not have play-by-play. If I had enough staff that I could have play-by-play in every game, I would, but unfortunately, I'm just a little bit understaffed at the moment. Second period about to begin, and the penalty expires pretty much as the puck gets dropped, and here comes Hayden into the zone. Hayden trying to work his way through the crowd. Can't do so, and Gillis will pick up the puck. Plays it around to the near side. O'Neill now trying to get some space. He can't. Bresson picks up the puck. He'll play it as far as the line. Wyatt McDonald knocks it down there. His shot goes wide, comes off the end boards. O'Neill chases it down at the far wall, but he's tied up immediately by Walker. Walker not able to clear the zone. Now Walker gets it back. He'll play it over to the near side for Bresson, and Bresson will come out. He's got Walker heading towards the net. Bresson tried to make a pass, but Wyatt McDonald got his stick on that. It ends up going down into the end boards. Guinish with a shot from the point now. Played off the wall, picked up there by Hayden. He gets it ahead to O'Neill. O'Neill coming down the right wing. Drops it back for Hayden. Hayden looking to go back door with it. Intended to try and connect with Campbell, but that doesn't quite reach. Now an attempted shot from the point was fanned on. And the Cougars come out. With the puck is Gillis. Gets it across. Now back across to the far side for Lawrence. Lawrence steps in, gets a shot away. Blocker save made by Walker. Stepping up is Basque Christmas. He plays it back for Gould. Gould can't get the puck to sit. Now Gould gets it back. He'll play it down into the corner. Intended for Bresson. Bresson gets there just ahead of McKinnon. McKinnon lays the check, but the Cougars able to maintain possession. A minute and a half gone here, second period. There's a shot that goes high into the glass, comes up the wall as far as Berman. Berman gets it back down low. Now it'll come back to Berman again. Looking for a shooting lane. He fires a shot. It goes off the leg of Campbell into the end glass, picked up by McIsaac. McIsaac, his pass is broken up, and we're going to get another penalty, and it's going to go against the Bombers again. Head contact is the indication this time. And so the Cougars will get their third power play of the morning. And we talked about it earlier that they've scored 15 power play goals already this season. You cannot give a team that's averaging 0.83 power play goals per game this many opportunities. And it's not going to just be a power play. It's going to be a 4-minute power play as Max McKinnon takes a double minor for head contact. So the Cougars have 4 minutes to work with here. Basque Christmas plays it to McIsaac across to the far side for Gould. Gould gets away from MacArthur, plays it down behind the net for Walker, who looks to get it out front. Now it's up the wall. Gould with it again. He'll play it to Basque Christmas. Near side for McIsaac. McIsaac down low, right back to McIsaac again. Now to the line for Basque Christmas. He nearly lost the puck to Green. Gets it down into the corner again, though, for Walker. Walker looking to go back door with it for Gould, who was cutting towards the net, but it was deflected away by Walker. Gould gets to the puck at the far wall. Now, nice little move there to get it to McLeod. In behind the net, Walker. He'll play it over to McIsaac. Back to Basque Christmas. Basque Christmas with the shot. That gets blocked by Joshua Anderson. McLeod plays it down behind the net. Taking a bump back there is Walker, but he gets the puck back to McLeod. McLeod trying to find some space. He'll play it to Gould at the top of the face-off circle. Back down to Walker. Walker looking to get a pass out. It gets deflected. Ends up on the stick of Basque Christmas. He can't get a shot away. McIsaac will pick up. 2:40 left to go in the double minor. Back to the line to Basque Christmas. He fires a shot. That goes through but goes wide. McIsaac will pick up. Play it down to Walker. Walker looking back door to Gould and Chris Walker making the save after a beautiful pass by Brody Walker, setting up Gould. Gould back to get the puck after it was deflected out of the zone. Green able to intercept there. He'll get it over to McDonald. Carson McDonald with the shot. And that goes high into the end glass. 2:10 left to go in the double minor. Just about 4 minutes gone here in the second period. Cougars leading it by 1. Despite heavily outshooting the Bombers right now, 14-3. Taking the puck all the way down below the goal line is Dawson. He'll play it over to the corner. Picked up there by Sinclair. Sinclair gives back to Dawson. Back to Sinclair again. Back to the line for Ford. That being Carter Ford. Across to the far side. Now right in front, there's a redirect by Brody Ford. But Walker again able to make the save, and he'll hang on. The puck will get past Carter Ford and down into the Cougar zone. 1.5 minutes left to go in the double minor. Ford plays it across for Suds. That bounces off the wall, gets picked up by Evan McIntosh. He'll play it back into his own zone. Picked up there by Belotis. He'll play it across, try to get it to McKenzie, but McKenzie couldn't take the pass. And now the Cougars get back on possession. Here's Sinclair, back to the line for Carter Ford. He'll play it across to the far side. Suds with the shot, save made. And the rebound comes all the way to the near wall. Sinclair now with it. 1:03 left to go in the penalty. Over to Suds, far side. Suds in front for Brody Ford. His redirect didn't quite have enough gas on it. And the Bombers are able to intercept, get it down the length of the ice. 52 seconds left to go in the man advantage. Back to pick up is Carter Ford. He'll stop, take a look. Now he'll start to work his way out from behind the net. Plays it over to the near side for Sinclair. Sinclair gets by Campbell. Sinclair coming through the zone. Now in. Drops it back to the line. Carter Ford right back to Sinclair again. Out in front for Brody Ford. That shot goes wide. Suds comes in, picks up the puck. He'll play it down low for Dawson. It's just a little bit out of his reach, but Dawson able to win the race to the puck against Wyatt McDonald. Dawson bringing it to the middle of the ice. Now drops it back to Carter Ford. Ford with a shot. The save made. And Walker will hang on for a face-off. 17 seconds left to go in the double minor. Cougars with great puck possession on these power plays. Nothing to show for it as of yet, as Walker's made some key saves, and some of the chances have not quite been on target. A combination of both of those factors means that the Cougars have yet to convert on what is now their fourth power play opportunity. It was the third penalty called, but because this one's a double minor, it technically does count as two different 2-minute power plays that just comes consecutively, and they are about to go to 0 for 4 on the man advantage. At least that's the way I have always been taught to calculate power play and penalty kills, is a double minor, because if you score on a double minor in the first 2 minutes, you still have a 2-minute power play left. The clock does adjust accordingly. The difference with that and a major is you can get 2 power play goals in 1 power play on a major because the clock does not get adjusted when the goal scores. Now, if I'm doing it incorrectly, it's because I was taught wrong, and I would love somebody to teach me the correct interpretation. But if I am doing it correctly, then that's awesome. Puck comes back to the line. Belotis, he'll fire it through. Save made there by Mullins, and kicks it to the near wall. Now Gillis will play it around to the far side for Walker. Walker plays it back to the near side for Gillis. That was Lawrence. Back across. Now ahead to Walker, and he'll send it down into the Bombers zone with just over 8 minutes left to go here, second period. Puck played up the wall. It'll get all the way to the line where Basque Christmas was waiting for it. Basque Christmas cutting in, takes it to the middle of the ice, has to bring it all the way back to the line, now makes a pass. That shot doesn't get through, too many black jerseys in the way. And now here's another chance coming in. There's a shot, they score! Mitchell Gould fires the shot, and it gets by Chris Walker. And the Cougars finally get their second. You had a feeling that it was going to come eventually. They just had too much pressure for too long. And so Mitchell Gould gets his 12th goal, 14th point of the season, and makes it a 2-0 lead. Not sure about the assists. We'll have to wait for the official word to come out there. There's a shot, kick save, and the rebound cleared away from the front of the net by, I believe that was Nicholas McKenzie. Now we're going to get another head contact penalty, and this one's going to go against the Cougars, and so the Bombers will get their first power play of the game with 7:21 left to go in the second period, and it will be a 4-minute power play for the Bombers. Cohen McIsaac taking the penalty, and we can tell you that the Bombers have scored 9 power play goals in 18 games so far this season, so not quite to the same level as the power play of the Cougars has been. We can also tell you that the John L. Jim Cougars so far this year have 2 shorthanded goals, one from Brody Ford, one from Cohen McIsaac. There's Joshua Anderson with a shot. The blocker save made by Mullins. Another shot, that goes wide, comes up, picked up by Green at the far wall. 3:22 left to go in the double minor. Played over to the near side for Carter Anderson. He plays it over to Joshua Anderson. Joshua's shot goes wide. Picked up by Campbell. Back to the line for Anderson. His shot does get through. MacArthur with a chance. And what a save by Mullins there. As MacArthur was in close, MacArthur ends up falling down on Mullins. And we can tell you now that Gould's goal was assisted by Nicholas Bass-Christmas and Brody Walker. So again, it's Mitchell Gould's 12th goal, 14th point of the season, assisted by Nicholas Bass-Christmas and Brody Walker at 7:14 of the second period to make it a 2-0 lead. Puck comes to the line, not able to hold it onside. There was McKenzie. Here comes a shorthanded chance. Coming in, making a move, but a big save made by Chris Walker on Dawson, who was coming in shorthanded. Walker has had a great game in net for the Bombers so far, stopping 18 of 20. That's a .900 save percentage so far this game. But it's not just how many saves he's made, it's the quality of some of those saves that has been particularly remarkable. There's a shot by Wyatt McDonald. It was blocked. McDonald gets the puck back, gets a shot through, and a nice glove save made there by Mullins, and he'll hang on for a face-off with 2:25 left to go in the double minor, 5:46 left to go here in the second period. Game with the Northern Subway Selects and the Western Flames will be getting going in about 10 minutes now. So if you want to check that one out, you can flip back and forth as much as you want. You can rewind games while you're watching as well. So there's a shot, save, rebound is loose there for Campbell, and another nice save made by Mullins. Getting the puck now is Green. 2:10 left in the power play. That shot goes up into the end glass, picked up by the captain Campbell. He plays it over to Carter Anderson, who slipped and fell as he was trying to keep that puck onside, so that'll give the Cougars time as the Bombers had to go back and touch up. Launched down the ice, knocked down there by Hayden. Hayden gives to Joshua Anderson, who will start to work his way ahead. Anderson cutting to the middle of the ice, turns, gets a shot away, but that's blocked by Berman, who gets it as far as the line, and then Carter Anderson will play it back down into the corner. Bask McDonald tries to poke it past Green. He can't. He's able to get the puck back, though. Has it knocked off his stick again. Now Campbell plays it to Green. 1:25 left to go in the double minor. Down into the corner for Hayden. Back to Campbell. To Joshua Anderson. Returns to Campbell. Down to Green. Green turns as he had his lane taken away by Berman. Green still with the puck. Now he'll take it behind the net, come out the near side, play it back to the line for Anderson. Anderson slips and falls again, and that will allow Gillis to come out. He's got a man coming up with him. It's McLeod. Gillis takes the shot, and the save made by Walker. He'll hang on with 57 seconds left in the double minor. 4:18 left to go here in this second period, and the Cougars leading it by a score of 2-0. Oop, there goes the camera again. As the face-off will feature Coda Lewis taking on the draw against Brody Walker. Puck ends up coming back to the line. Suds will send it back deep. It's knocked down there by Xavier MacArthur. MacArthur behind the net gives to Nicholas McKenzie. McKenzie working his way ahead. Finds MacArthur. MacArthur stops at the wall. Now brings it down towards the corner. He'll take it back up the boards and switch spots with McKenzie. Down into the corner for McDonald, that being Carter McDonald, or Carson McDonald, excuse me. Now Lewis behind the net. He's all tied up. Puck is picked up by Walker, and he'll get it out to center. 14 seconds left in the penalty. McKenzie goes back to pick up deep in his own zone. That'll just about do it for the double minor. Pass ahead, and Suds able to get it away from MacArthur there. We are back to 5-on-5, and just over 3:15 left to go here in the second period. Xavier MacArthur takes it behind his own net, plays it across the far side. Coda Lewis uses the wall to get it to McDonald, and he sets up O'Neill. Here comes O'Neill coming into the zone. O'Neill trying to work his way through Suds, takes the puck down to the corner, still has control of it, throws it at the net, and the glove save made by Mullins. He'll hang on for a face-off. Just under 3 minutes left to go here in period number 2. Again, 4 games on the schedule today. We've got the one starting in a couple of minutes over at Hector Arena. And again, for that game, there will not be any audio due to any play-by-play audio, I should say. You'll be able to hear the sounds of the game, but you won't be able to hear any play-by-play or description or anything like that, as we are shorthanded today. So it will be video only for that particular stream. Then at 1 o'clock, we've got the Weeks taking on Cole Harbour in the Nova Scotia U18 Major League. That will be on this sheet of ice, so it will commence pretty much immediately after the conclusion of this one. And then at 5:30 tonight, we've got the Nova Scotia U16 AAA League, our first ever game from that league here on Petter Sports and Streaming Services. We are very excited to be taking on a new team. There's a shot taken by McIsaac. It gets blocked as we're down under 2 minutes left to go here in the second period. Battle in the corner, or in behind the net. Coming back to pick up the puck is Campbell. He plays it up the wall to Green. Green gets it back to Campbell, but it's misplayed slightly there, and that allows the Cougars to get it back down into the corner. Dawson trying to get it to the front of the net, but Belotis able to keep that away. Now Campbell plays it off the boards. It'll get past Berman and out to center. Green able to get it away from Berman. Coming in, gets a shot away, but puts it right into the crest on the jersey of Caden Mullins. Now Campbell has the puck taken from him by Dawson. Dawson trying to work his way through. It's knocked off his stick by Joshua Anderson. Getting to the puck now is Ford. Brody Ford, his shot knocked down in front. Ford gets it back again, fires another shot. That's also blocked, and it'll be cleared out to center. Just over a minute left to go. Bass Christmas tried to play it back. Now here's a chance coming in for Hayden, but he can't get much on that. Another puck played towards the front of the net. It hits Bass Christmas, comes down towards the corner. Back to the line. Wyatt McDonald not able to keep it onside. Getting to the puck first is going to be McLeod. He'll play it across for Dawson. Dawson trying to set it up for Sinclair. It ends up back on the stick of Dawson. He'll fire a backhand shot, and the save will be made by Chris Walker, and he'll hang on for a face-off. 42.4 seconds left to go here in period number 2, with the score 2-0 in favor of the John L. Jim Cougars over the hometown Warewell Bombers here in the Nova Scotia Under-15 Major Hockey League. As we take a look at some of those other games from yesterday, it was the Storm beating the Wildcats by a score of 3-1. It was the Wolverines. Oh, that's actually a live score in progress right now. My apologies. The Storm lead the Wildcats 3-1. The Wolverines lead the Hurricanes 4-0. And this game here, the 3 that are in progress to this point. We'll run you through the rest of yesterday's scores as well in a few moments, as we're going to get another penalty here. It's going to go against the Bombers again. Puck played back to the line. Carter forward with the shot. That's steered aside. Suds will get to the puck. In behind the net, out in front. There's a shot and another save. And just before the horn sounds, we'll get another interference call. So with half a second left in the period, interference the call against Max McKinnon. And so basically it's going to be a full 2-minute power play in the third period, as this one comes with less than 1 second left. So for all intents and purposes, we'll just have a quick puck drop here, and then we'll have, and there is the horn to end the second period. Shots on goal in that period, 11-3 in a favor of the John L. Jim Cougars. That makes the two-period total 24-6. They scored once in the first. It was Madden Gillis getting that goal. They scored once here in the second. Mitchell Gould scoring to extend the lead. It's now 2-0 after the opening 2 periods of play. We're going to take a break. We'll come back, get you ready for the third period in just a few minutes. You are watching Nova Scotia Under-15 Major Hockey League action here on Petter Sports and Streaming Services through AOTV. Welcome back as we get ready for the start of the third period here between the John L. Jim Cougars and the Warewell Bombers. Cougars carrying a 2-0 lead into the third period. They have controlled this game. They're out shooting the Bombers 24-6. Just about any matrix that you want to put on this game, the Bombers are being outplayed by the Cougars. And that's not me being negative. For those people who like to argue that I'm sometimes a little too negative with the hometown teams, I'm stating the numbers. Based on the numbers, the Bombers are getting outplayed. They're not winning battles. They are getting outshot. They're getting outscored. They've taken more penalties. And they are coming into this third period with another penalty, basically the entire penalty to kill. 0.5 of a second had come off of the penalty taken by Max McKinnon at the end of the second period there. So the Bombers shorthanded here for pretty much the full first 2 minutes of this third period. Here's Suds with the puck. He gets it down, looking to get a deflection there was Dawson, but put it off the side of the net. Cougars quickly get the puck back again, over to Suds. Suds fires a shot through, kick save made this time by Walker. Down into the corner, Dawson. Dawson gets it out in front, but that was batted away by Campbell. Dawson gets it back again. Now he'll play it back. It comes all the way back to the line for Carter Ford. Ford gets it through, and Walker kicks it over to the far corner. Picking up now is McLeod. He'll take it behind the net. Over to Dawson. Back to the line for Carter Ford. Near side with it is Suds. 54 seconds left in the power play. Across, there's a shot taken by Sinclair, and the save made by Chris Walker, and he'll hang on for another stoppage. 51 seconds left to go in the power play for the Cougars. We can tell you that warm-ups are just underway there in the game between the Selects and the Western Flames. They were a little bit late getting the previous game at the Hector Arena off the ice, so if you're looking for that one, they are just in warm-ups. And again, you can bounce back and forth between the games as much as you want here on AOTV, and when you come back, you can rewind, you can fast forward, whatever you want to do. Bass Christmas makes a pass. He'll get the puck back again with 20 seconds left in the power play. Bass Christmas trying to find a shooting lane. He won't find one, so he'll play it over to Gould. Gould, that pass goes in behind his intended target. And then at the far side, McIsaac didn't get that shot on target. Now around the boards, it'll come around to McIsaac again. Penalty about to expire. Just as Green gets the puck, he'll launch it down the ice before the penalty expired, so it will not be an icing. Back to get it there is Gould. Here comes Gould working his way up. Gould has that one bounce up into the air. It gets turned over. McCauley will send it down into the Cougar zone. Back to get it is McIsaac. He's being chased down by Hayden. McIsaac able to play it over to the wall. Comes up the line to McDonald. Wyatt McDonald with the shot. That gets blocked. Now coming out, here comes Gould. Gould's got a man with him. Gould coming in. Takes the shot. And the blocker save made by Chris Walker. Gould had McLeod as an option, but elected to shoot. Walker played it down towards the corner. Now McLeod going back into the corner with it against McDonald. Wyatt McDonald able to win that. Gets it over to Hayden far side. He'll feed it to to Wyatt Anderson. His pass intended for McCauley. That doesn't connect. McCauley able to chase the puck down below the goal line. But the Cougars get the puck and play it back out to center. Just over 3 minutes gone here, third period. Cleared down the length of the ice. McCauley not able to get his stick on that puck, so we'll get an icing call against the Bombers with 3:12 gone here in period number 3. Face-off will be deep in the Warewell Bomber zone. Again, if you want to interact here on Petter Sports and Streaming Services, send us a tweet at PetterPC_sports. That's Petter, as in my last name, Michael Petter, PC_sports. You can also reach us through Facebook. Search up Petter Sports and Streaming, and the and is with the ampersand, not the word and. And you'll find that there. Nice play by Suds to keep the puck onside. He tries to get it towards the net. That'll be knocked down by McKenzie. Wyatt McKenzie gets it to the line and out. Suds will take it back, play it over to Carter Ford. Ford gets the pass ahead. That's a little bit out of the reach of the intended target of Bresson. And McKenzie now wraps it around the boards. Lewis deflects it out to center. And the Cougars pick back up in their own zone. Ford will play it off the end boards around to the far side. And out they come. That pass a little bit out of the reach of the intended target of Walker. Here's McKenzie with the puck now. Or McKinnon, with the puck now. Along the near boards, Campbell will fire it in. Bombers will make a change. Lewis will go in forechecking by himself while the rest of the Bombers switch up. Here comes Dawson working his way up the left wing. Dawson takes the puck down below the goal line, turns, gets the trailer Basque Christmas, who gets a shot away, and Walker with a nice pad save. 5:35 gone here, third period. Bombers trail by 2. As the theme of shutouts continues, both of these teams winning by shutouts yesterday, and this one so far also has a goose egg on one side of the board. And for those people who are going to say, oh my gosh, you just cursed him, I do not believe in any sort of broadcaster's curse. The reason it gets pointed out when it happens is because it is a rarity that it happens. It is the exception, not the rule. If you look at how many times a broadcaster says something and it doesn't come to fruition, you'll realize. Here's Green with the puck now. Trying to get away from Berman, plays it over to McIntosh. McIntosh can't keep it under control. Bass Christmas works it up the boards, gets up the line to Carter Anderson. He fires a shot. O'Neill with the deflection. And another save made by Mullins. That just his 7th save of the day. We're into the afternoon now, so I can't really call it the morning anymore. And so we'll get another stoppage here as the game is underway now in Hector Arena. So again, if you want to flip back and forth, you're more than welcome to do so. And you'll notice that one part of the corner not able to... What a move! Couple of nice moves there by Gould. But Walker able to make the save, and he'll hang on for another face-off. 14:21 left to go here in the third period. Beautiful save after a fantastic stick-handling exhibition by Mitchell Gould. Gould with 1 goal already this afternoon. Well, he got the goal back in the morning before it changed to 12 o'clock. Lawrence plays it across. Pass up for Gould. Gould flips the puck ahead to himself. Now he'll play it back to the line. Getting it back down low there was... that was Carter Ford, I do believe. Or was that was Ganesh, excuse me. Again, some of these... It's very hard to see the numbers on the sleeves with the dark blue number on a dark red background. And the numbers on the back, sometimes, like I say, they kind of tuck up into themselves. Ganesh will move the puck ahead to McIsaac. McIsaac plays it off the boards to Gould. Gould in across the Bomber blue line. Gould gets tied up along the wall by MacArthur. Plays the puck down into the corner. Belotis will go after it there. Belotis takes it behind the net, ends up turning it over. Chance in front, and Walker with a kick save on a puck that was slowly rolling towards the front of the net. And Walker able to kick that one away from danger. Suds now plays it ahead to Walker. Return pass for Suds. Suds will deflect it forward for Gillis, who dumps it down into the Bomber end. Back to get it is Belotis. Belotis being watched by Gillis. Loses control of the puck. Gets it back. Can't get by Walker. Now the puck comes up the wall to Carter Ford. Ford with the shot. Save made by Walker, and he'll hang on for a face-off. I hope it's rather clear when I'm referring to Chris Walker, the goaltender, as opposed to referring to Brody Walker, the Cougar forward. Taking the puck behind the net, McKenzie. He'll fire it around the boards, held in at the line by Suds. Suds sends it towards the net. They score! Not quite sure how that one got by Walker. But it does get through, and this time Suds does get the goal. He fired a shot earlier that didn't quite get all the way through. Whoop, there goes the camera again. Sorry about that, folks. With 7:18 gone in the third period. So Suds gets his second point of the game after assisting on a goal earlier. We'll wait and see the assists on this one. And again, I don't quite know how it got by Walker. If you want to go back and watch the replay, again, you can hit rewind, go back, take a look at something, and then come back and rejoin the live action here with 12:13 left to go in the period. Maybe you can tell me what happened there. Puck comes back to the line. McKinnon sends it back in deep. Loose puck in the corner. Trying to get on it is Gillis. He's able to play it to his defenseman, and then it's wrapped around the boards, held in at the line. Lewis trying to get away from Carter Ford. Ford able to intercept, gets it over to Bresson. Bresson gets it as far as the line, held in there by McKenzie at the far point. Now another attempt. Bresson able to get the puck across to Walker. Here comes Brody Walker coming in. McKinnon able to knock the puck off of his stick. Gavin Suds does get the goal as we expected. It looks like it's an unassisted goal at 7:18. And for Suds, that is his fourth goal, 11th point of the season. Second point of this game after he assisted on the goal that made it 1-0 back in the first period. Bass Christmas plays it back to Berman. Berman with the shot. That goes into the end glass. McLeod tried to get it. Now McLeod gets it back again. He'll play it back to Bass Christmas. Bass Christmas fires a shot. That goes wide. McLeod will pick up off the end boards. Plays it back to Bass Christmas again. 10:44 left to go here. Third period. Bass Christmas ends up losing control of the puck. Takes it out. It goes out to center. Berman picks up. Gives back to Bass Christmas. He'll play it ahead. Cougars right back in again. Dawson takes the pass but can't take it cleanly, and so he has to follow the puck down into the corner. Now he'll give to Bass Christmas. Bass Christmas and Dawson end up colliding a little bit there. Not literally colliding, but trying to occupy the same space. Now it comes back to Bass Christmas. He can't hold the puck onside. Able to get it under control before Green's able to get there. Coming back to help out is Dawson. He'll take it all the way back into his own zone as we're about to reach the midway point of this third period. 3-0 for the John L. Jim Cougars. Suds' goal was indeed unassisted at 7:12. Picking up is Dawson. He'll get it across the line, then make the pass over to McLeod. McLeod with the shot. Walker the save. Getting to the puck is Green. He takes a bump as he tries to clear the zone. Lawrence holds it onside. Now Dawson trying to get it to Sinclair. It rolls through to McLeod. McLeod will play it down into the corner. Carter Anderson going after it. Plays it up the boards. Held in at the line there by Guinish. Down into the corner for Dawson. He gets separated from the puck, but McLeod able to pick up. He fires a shot. That goes high and wide. Getting to it is Lawrence. He'll send it in behind the net. Now out in front for Sinclair. There's a chance. And that one, I believe Walker got a piece of as well. Now Green will use the glass to get it to the line and out as it hops just over the stick of Brody Ford. In center ice, Green trying to get away from Guinish. Is it Guinish or Guinish? Somebody please let me know, because I think I've used both pronunciations throughout the course of this game, and I know that at least some of the time I'm getting it wrong, and I do not intend to get anybody's name wrong. That's never my intent. So I would love to get somebody to just let me know where the emphasis should be as far as which syllable. Off of the draw. Carter Ford able to play it down into the Bomber zone. 8:43 left to go here in the third period. Okay, just a second here. Sorry, folks, I just got to do one quick little thing on my computer here for the week's game. I just have to adjust something here really quickly. So I'll just, there we go, save that. Because the week's U18 game will not start, obviously, until this game ends. I just had to adjust the start time on the stream for that one, as it's going to be a couple of minutes behind schedule. Nothing too major. If you do end up wanting to watch that week's game, you are going to have to give me a couple of minutes to transition from one to the other. There is a little bit of a process. It doesn't take very long, but it does take a couple of minutes. So when this game ends, I will sign off relatively quickly, and then I'll get the week's game going as quickly as possible. But like I say, it'll take a minute or two to get it up and running. So please do just bear with me, and we will have it. And we will have it in its entirety, obviously. We might miss the first, minute of warm-up. But the technology being what it is, it does take us just a moment to deal with that, and such is the way it goes. 7:15 left to go here in this one, meanwhile. And bringing the puck ahead is Bresson. He has it knocked off his stick as he comes in across the line. McKenzie knocks it to the line, but not out, as they battle along the far wall. 7 minutes left to go here, third period. Cougars leading it 3-0 over the hometown Warewell Bombers. Basque Christmas back to the line for Gillis. Gillis fires it around the boards. Walker picks up there. He'll send it, tried to get it down to the corner, but McKenzie gloves that down. Now it's going to be picked up by Campbell. Campbell gets it out to center. Carson McDonald trying to gather it in, but too many Cougars in the way, and they'll send it down the ice, and back to pick up is Max McKinnon. He'll play it ahead to Hayden. Hayden across the line. He'll dump it in. And back to get it there. Guinish, he'll play it forward. Gets it as far as the line. McKinnon with McKenzie with a blast from the point. That goes wide, picked up by Bass Christmas in the corner. He turns it over to Green, but Green now's a chance for Campbell, and a big save made by Mullins. Maybe the toughest of the 8 saves now he's had to make in this game. Just 2 so far in this period, and when you've been standing around for as long as Mullins has, and then you get a dangerous shot like that. Now here comes another chance. Mullins, another save. Following up is McDonald. He can't get much on that shot. Getting the puck is Green. Green gets it back to the line for Carter Anderson. His shot goes off a body or off a leg and into the corner. Carson McDonald sends it behind the net to McIntosh. Back to Carter Anderson. Now here's Lewis picking up as he just came on a change. Lewis working against Lawrence. He'll play it back to the line for Joshua Anderson. With the shot, and another save made by Mullins as he hits double digits in saves with 5:05 left to go here in the third period. At the other end of the ice, it has been a 29 save performance for Chris Walker. And with the score 3-0 and 29 saves on 32 shots so far, Walker has certainly been a difference maker for the Bombers. It probably won't be enough. Not saying this game is over yet, but it's certainly going to be a major challenge for the Bombers to try and come back in this one. Here's Belotis playing it ahead. Lewis deflects it. It ends up on the stick of Suds. He'll get it forward. And now Brody Ford with the shot kick save. as Walker makes another nice save. 4:24 left to go. That's his 30th save of the game. Picking up his Green, excuse me. Lewis also out there on the ice, but a good 4 or 5 inches difference in height. So, don't know how I could have gotten those two confused. Puck cleared down the length of the ice. Brody Ford will go in and get it. Throws it towards the front of the net. It ends up going off of Belotis and then rolls just wide. Nearly a perfect deflection from a Cougars perspective. Now here's Carter Ford with the puck. He'll bring it back into the zone. 3:44 left to go. Puck comes around to the near side corner. Brody Ford will get to it there. Throws it towards the high slot. Picked up by Bass Christmas. He steps in. Shot. Save made by Walker. And he'll gather in the rebound and hang on for another faceoff with 3:33 left to go here in the third period. And again, if you want to flip back and forth between this game and the game currently on over at Hector Arena, between the Western Flames and the Northern Subway Selects, by all means do so. There's a shot, another save made by Walker. That shot taken by Brody Walker, so Walker stops Walker there. You knew it had to happen eventually. Another chance, they score! Not quite sure how that one got in, but it does squeak past. And that will make it 4-0 with 3:13 left to go here in the third period. Pass nearly intercepted by Brawson. Front of the net, cleared away by O'Neill. He gets the pass across to the far side for Hayden. Batted away by Berman. Now picking up the puck here is Walker. Walker stepping in. Takes it to the near wall. Joshua Anderson able to pick up. He'll flip it ahead, try to get it to Hayden, but that's picked up by Guinish, who plays it around to the far wall. First one there is Campbell. Jacob Campbell trying to keep control of the puck. It comes back to the line. Carter Anderson plays it down low. Now high slot Hayden with a shot. That goes off a body and into the near side corner. Campbell picks up, takes it back to the line, gives to Joshua Anderson, back to Campbell again. Campbell has it knocked off his stick by Guinish. Bouncing puck gathered up by O'Neill. O'Neill gets it in front. There's a chance. And a save made by Mullins. And he'll hang on with 2:08 left to go here in the third period. And that most recent goal, it was Chase Bresson getting the goal with Madden Gillis on the assist. For Bresson, that is his first goal, 6th point of the season. Again, Madden Gillis getting his 2nd point of the game after he scored the opening goal, which was his opening goal of the season. And so it is 4-0 now with just under 2 minutes left to go. In behind the net, puck goes to the far corner. Sinclair will pick up there. He'll cycle it down to Dawson. Dawson still with the puck. Now he'll play it out for McLeod. McLeod with a shot. That goes wide. Comes up the boards all the way to Lawrence. Lawrence will send it back down. Dawson waiting for it behind the net. Plays it back to the line again. Near side for Lawrence. Lawrence with the shot. It ends up hitting Belotis. Belotis tries to clear it away. It goes off of Lewis into the near boards. To the line, not out, held in by Sinclair. Sinclair works his way through a couple of players. Now gets it to the front of the net. Bouncing puck, it ends up rolling just wide. 1:16 left to go here, third period. Out front for McLeod. McLeod can't get a shot away as his stick was tied up by Lewis. Puck will come back to the line for Lawrence. Lawrence tees it up. That goes well wide. Comes off the boards to Dawson. Dawson skates it back down towards the corner. We're into the final minute. Dawson comes out the near side. Sends it on net. Walker with the kick save. Comes all the way back to the line as far as Guinish. Guinish with the shot. That's blocked by Carson McDonald. And now Guinness has to hustle back. 42 seconds remain. McDonald creates a turnover. Gets it to Green. Actually, it goes all the way back to MacArthur. MacArthur can't get a shot away. Plays it back to the line for McKenzie. McKenzie's shot is blocked. Played out to center. Under 30 seconds left. Picking up is Brody Ford. Ford takes it behind the net. Comes out the far side. Looking to get it to Gould. He can't, though, as he's tied up there by McKinnon. Still battling in the corner. 13 seconds left. Puck is worked free. Now McKenzie will play it off the far wall. Knocking it down there is McIsaac. And that will pretty much do it as the final seconds tick away. And the John Jim Cougars have about as good of a weekend you can have in the Nova Scotia Under-15 Major Hockey League as they go on the road for a pair of games, winning them both by shutout. Yesterday and today, 2 wins, 2 shutouts. Extends their win streak to 6 straight games, as the Cougars are one of the hottest teams right now in the Nova Scotia Under-18 Major Hockey League. That's going to do it for us here this afternoon. For this one, we'll be right back with you in a few minutes for the Weeks and the Cole Harbour Pro Hockey Life Wolfpack. Until then, this is Michael Petter saying, may your skates always be sharp, may your shots always hit the top shelf. Final score one last time. The Warewell Bombers fall to the John Jim Cougars by a score of 4-0. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday.